let's go and see what we've got to do today. Let's open that up too. There we go. We can see everything. Let's see where we got up to. Where had we got up to in this? Let's just hit pause. We're playing in normal difficulty. If we get time, I might show you a little bit of hardcore difficulty later. We've got a settlement. We're kind of, yes, that's right. We're in the river fork. And we've got it nestled right on the river fork, as it turns out, using the river as a bit of a natural defence. But we are going to, I think, build the walls all the way around, which will look pretty cool, but take a bit more wood to get going with. Hey, Shamrock, how are you doing? They changed the emote? The meat high? Where's that one from? I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, what age did we get to in this anyway? We're in the Bronze Age. We've only just made it into the Bronze Age. I think we're starting to smelt bits of bronze. I didn't do much construction of copper tools in the Copper Age because they're not actually that effective most of the time. But maybe I should have done because it would have progressed us through that Bronze Age a little bit faster. Oh, sorry, into the Bronze Age a little bit faster. Just help get the knowledge points up. But doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're in the Bronze Age now. Where are all my mines and stuff? Oh, one thing I want to check on. Yes! Now that's a new screen I haven't found before. Thanks to Dogbait on YouTube, who found this out for me. He's also playing the game. Just pressing the 7 key. Brings up this, and you can see, this screen here, you can see exactly what all your workers are assigned to. And you can see who's doing what at the moment, which is actually kind of cool. They've all got names. You can see exactly what they're doing. And the workload is currently at 66%, and this here is assigned tasks. That's good to see. I maybe missed it. I haven't read any tutorials or manuals for this game, but I've never seen this mentioned. Well, I've seen the screen mentioned. It says to go and check it out. It never told me what key to press to get there. So cheers, Dogbait. Thank you for that. That's going to come in useful when you get those messages saying the workload's too high. All right. Where are we? We've got a few logs in reserve. What do we need to research first? Masonry would be good to help keeping those blasted raiders out. Composite bows is always good. Horse domestication can be useful. How are we off for animals? We've got 5 donkeys, so we can pull a few carts. But with masonry, we can upgrade our roundhouses, or upgrade our huts to roundhouses, I should say. Capacity is fine for the moment. Food. Wow, we've got stacks of food. Stacks and stacks of food. What was that building? We've got Stonehenge, or a stone circle built on top of here. Currently occupied by a cow. Maybe that is the sacred cow of... what's our settlement called? I don't think we've ever given it a name. Give us some suggestions, chat. What can we call this place? We've got charcoal, plenty of charcoal, plenty of copper ore, some copper bars. Where are our blacksmiths? They're here, but they're now making bronze. I could just use up some of those copper bars. I can use those for trade. I think I'll use those for trade. Everything should be... We don't want to make copper anymore. We want everything on bronze now. We've definitely progressed. That should be enough. That should be enough. Tons of meat. I think that's from killing our own cows off. Tons of fish. We're managing the food almost a little too well, I think. We're going to be gluttonous, overfed, obese, Iron Age dwellers. Hey, folks. Hey, Gordon. Mr. Fester. Potato Hill. Cracking name. Cracking name for a thing. Potato Hill. Potato Valley, maybe. I like that idea. Orville? Could go with Orville. We're also waiting for one of these. Another Menhir. Menhir. I think we decided that was the correct pronunciation, didn't we, in the last stream? Menhir. So I've got my little walkway going up there, which will look kind of cool. And I think we'll just fill in the rest with totems and school poles and stuff. Just going and grabbing these big stone things is quite a bit of effort. Did I ever put... I don't think I've ever put the 3er. You can make one out of 3 of those stones. I don't think I've ever put one down anywhere. Do we have... It says we've got one somewhere. Let's see what happens when you play a game a week ago and you can't remember exactly what you're up to. There should be... Another one of those stones in transit somewhere. Oh, hang on. No, it's gonna light up blue on this map. That's what they show up as. Definitely says I've got one, so it's either going to be on a sledge already being pulled, or it's just going to be sat on the ground waiting for transport. I can't see it. I honestly can't see it. You would think we would. Oh, hang on. No. It is a mystery. Oh, wait, there it is. It's nearly there. It's nearly there at the village. Go on then. Get pulling. Faster, lads. Faster. Who have we got on there? Korok and Trozor. A couple of old adult males. A couple of old geezers. Hey, Mr. Fester, can I give a brief of this game? Yeah, sure. Let me just slow that down a bit. Basically, Dawn of Man is a settlement management game where you start off with a tribe of about 6 villagers and 1 hut. And you start off way back in the Paleolithic age. Basically, it's... I think the Paleolithic people were mostly hunter-gatherers and nomadic. But in this game, you settle down and start a settlement. And you have to manage the food, the resources, the moral well-being of the people by building a few religious... You don't have to build this, but something for them to go and worship and feel happy about. And it's about managing the workforce, and later on you get agriculture, which we have developed. And you can see my people out planting the fields. And domestic animals as well, which again something we're struggling with. We have too many cattle. Too many goats. What the hell am I doing with 16 goats? We're going to go on a slaughtering, I think. Find the goats. Kill them all. Yeah, but it's about managing the resources. We've got food, we've got fish from the river. Sorry, meat. And it's also about learning the technologies just through using the skills to level them up and progress them all the way up to the Bronze Age and the Iron Age. And after that, there's no real end to the game. You can just continue playing just to see how big a settlement you can get it and how well you can manage it. Or you can start again. There's several challenges the game has. Different challenge modes. There's a hardcore mode. There's different areas to start in. So it's one of those open-ended sort of games where you set your own goals. Mine, in this one, is just to get to the Iron Age and develop steel making, which will probably be the end of this playthrough when we get there. But yeah, there's quite a bit to do. It's quite nice. And because it's different every time you play, it's quite rewarding to play as well. It's always a new challenge. And depending on where you start, it makes the gameplay very differently. Steam, Xbox, it's just on Steam as far as I know. I don't think there's any plans to go onto console with it. It's not out yet. It's not going to be released until March. That's the current release date. This is the closed beta version that you can see here. So you may see a few things change before it goes into full release. Although in my opinion, it's pretty ready. And maybe all the devs are doing are just tweaking a few numbers for balance. Combat could be tweaked a bit. You'll see some combat coming up later. Which it looks pretty easy in this mode. It is, but in hardcore mode, it is a whole different ball game. So I might show you a little bit of that later. What the hell is that thing? We've got an injured cave bear being chased by Amadad. I think you can kill that thing, you know. Go on, get it. You've got a bow and arrow. I'm going to trust her. Yes. Took it out. So one of the villagers will automatically go and harvest the skins and meat from that bear now. You don't need to micromanage too much. The game has its own sort of what's the word? Artificial intelligence for setting these guys on tasks. But you can force them to go and do stuff if you need to, and you can prioritize it all as well. Why is some bread sitting out there? It's just sat out there in the open. It looks like I need some more granaries. Maybe we're short of space. I do have a lot of wheat and stuff in there, which I don't need. We get another one of these. There's one there, and what about 1, 2, right next to it. That's good. Someone is unhappy? Yes, someone is unhappy. Let's go and see why. It's just the morale's way down. So that can happen if they get overworked. It can happen if there's too many deaths in the village. It can happen if you don't have enough religious monuments for them to go and look. There's a guy worshipping there. Currently unhappy. We'll see if that increases much. Yep, it goes. I don't know if you saw that. It went up the tiniest little bit. Oh, and his face has changed on there. So, yeah, people can... he's hungry. This guy's hungry. Well, you know, stop praying. Go eat. We can solve that. Hey, Hey, Mr. Pirate. How are you? Haven't seen you for a little while. Stream going okay still? So I think we've got all the fields planted. We're currently in winter. Ah, we've got the fields harvested then. And being normal mode, the winters aren't too harsh. You can play in hardcore mode, where I think the winters are a little harsher anyway. And there's also what they call, it's another challenge mode that you have to unlock by finishing this first. It's like a harsh northern climate, where the winters are longer and the summers are shorter. Does that work out? Anyway, it's a lot harder to survive, and it truly is as well. Okay, I think we're doing okay. I was going to go and kill some goats, but I can't seem to find them. Should be able to see them here. Sometimes they sit out in the fields. Oh, alright, in winter. I know where they'll be. I know where they'll be. They're in here, look. Goats. Oh, I just chucked him out. Go on then, chuck all the goats out. Sheep will keep. Sheep are more useful. Oh, I chucked the sheep out. Sheep, can I send? No. Oh, well, it's out now. Right, cancel milking them. Just slaughter the goats. Get that off. Slaughter. I'll get them in spring when they come out. Yeah, all the animals retreat into the stables for winter. And they are fed on straw and water. We do have enough straw, so we should be good. And winter is a good time for building defences and just adding extra walls in. We've got enough. We have got enough timber. Let's do the gate along here first. Can I add a gate in here? Let's do this. I want defences. Now, because I've positioned a house just in the way, I can't put this gate exactly where I want. Got two houses in the way. Oh, well, no, that's a silly place. You can't build right down to the water's edge, unfortunately. But I could probably... Where can I fit this in? I can fit it in there. Not exactly where I wanted it. It'll be alright. I'll just need to move some things around. Could even move the bridge. It's not a problem to build a fresh bridge. But let's put it somewhere. The other option is to move one of these. What is it? Storage hut. It would look kind of nice, I think. Okay, let's work on that. Let's build. Can I build the warehouse yet? Not yet. We need masonry for that. Go on, I will put a storage hut up here. If it'll let me fit one in. So there it will. Where was it? There. Build one there. Empty that. And then recycle the hut. And we'll put that on high priority so that gets done first. And then we should have space for a nice gate there. Saturn, one tip you discovered: if one or more of your people is infected or cold, you can force them into a hut or house to recover. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could order them back in. That's a good idea. Maybe put the gate on the other side of the river. I've tried that in a previous playthrough when I was trying this out just before I started streaming it, just to get the settings right for the stream. And it didn't work that well because at the time you couldn't build walls right down to the river's edge very successfully. I do that. Yeah, you can see how there's a little gap just between where that first wall section is going to be in the river. What you can do, and it works. Sometimes it works. It's not working this time, look. But sometimes you can actually build like these stiltings or pilings and build a barricade across that. But then that doesn't work either. So I found it's best not to do that. All would happen is people would mill around the gate, raiders that is, and just come down this side of it and then cross the bridge or swim across the river. So I found it's easiest not to try and do it right up to the water's edge. Maybe with the technology they had at the time, maybe that was the thing. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they ever walled off right up to rivers and stuff. I suspect not, but I don't know. You haven't been gaming for a while, Mr. Pirate? Too much work? Yeah, I know the feeling. Sometimes it just gets on top and takes over, doesn't it? But it has to be done, unfortunately. I need a bar or a dance hall. You can, Mr. Fester, build. I don't think I have it yet. You can build... Where is it? There we go. I need to discover brewing. You can build a brewery, and then that's nutrition and increases people's morale from drinking beer. Let's speed this up a bit. We haven't got that done yet. Look. Did I click? I clicked recycle, didn't I? I didn't click upgrade. No, I must have clicked recycle because I don't have the ability to upgrade to warehouses yet. Thought you could protect the bridgehead and force the raiders to swim. Yeah, that was my initial idea, but I don't think it works quite like that, unfortunately. Or the raiders AI doesn't seem to really do what I want it to do. Let's put it that way. One of these guys got leather. We've got a bow. Pigs. We don't need pigs. You know, I don't know that we need anything, do we? Let's have a look. Do we need anything? Leather. 25 leather. I think we're okay for leather at the moment. Milestone unlocked. Metal alloy. It would be nice if they had a bit better... Maybe they're doing this because it is in beta, but when you get these milestone screens, it'd be better if they had something flashy and fancy to look at. Which would be pretty cool. Just like an image of, I don't know, metal alloys or some guy working a forge or something close up. That would be quite cool, I think. What do we need? We need 10 knowledge points. Oh, hang on. Let's find the cattle. There's an old one. We don't need 18 cattle. Let's kill some of these. And what we've got there, goats. Where's the goats? It is those old goats that we want rid of. I don't need 14 goats. Sheep are more useful because they give wool. Goats just give milk, and as you can see, we've got plenty of cattle for that job. So we can kill off most of the males as well. They are, unfortunately for males, surplus to requirements. Right, just cancel that. If I click on that... Nope, is that the only goat there? It's a shame. There's a goat. Oh, there's loads of goats. Right. Cancel that. And slaughter the lot. And that should get some stable space. And some meat and some leather and all the rest. Dairy cattle versus normal. I think they're just classed as cattle, so they all just give beef and hide and bone. And the females give milk as well. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of milk. Right, we've got piles of stone. Tons of stone and nothing to really build out of stone yet. A few totems around here to keep people happy. What was our objective? Oh, we've got this done. Right, let's build... I mean, people are supposedly working the fields. That's the key thing for springtime. But we can do this. We're going to do... Before I forget, I am going to put a gate up there before something else gets in the way. So how close can we get? There we go. It's going to be there. Actually, do you know what? It does... Yeah, it fits in there. It fits in quite nice with the bridge, so we don't need to move the bridge after all. That's going to be cool. And can I do the same? Yes, I will do the same on this side, because it would look quite impressive, I think, having a gate opposite our... Oh, we've got it. We've got that other men here in place. Look at that. We're going to have a nice little procession going up there, which I think is pretty cool. Right, we'll also build one of these here. And why am I not... Oh, that's awful. That's awful. Can we not get a nice... We want it... I want it kind of perpendicular to that thing. Is that the best I can get? Bit limited, I think. It doesn't look quite right, that. And that doesn't look... That certainly doesn't look right. Never mind. It is what it is. We might rebuild that somewhere else then. Huh. That has definitely been an awkward sort of a... Put it there, but it just doesn't look right. You know what I mean? Doesn't look right, does it? We'll rebuild that bridge. It's not really a good use of resources, but we'll rebuild it. Shouldn't you put down tin mines? Now you've got bronze going. Have I not got... I must have some tin mines, because I've got tin ore coming in. But I could probably put some more down. There will be a lot to do. These guys are going flat out. Yeah. I've got the field set to high priority at the moment. We'll get those planted. Although, so much food. Oh, that's right. I've got some old houses up here I've never upgraded. partly because I was thinking of moving them. So we'll see. Oh, there's another old bull. Let's kill him. We're going to have a stack of meat and leather. God, this game was just like, we're abundant with resources in this game. This is so different to like a hardcore playthrough or the Frozen Wastelands. Kind of cool, kind of easy, but it's a good introduction to the game anyway. So we've got the fields done. Well, can you see? Can you hear that? It sounds like that's the sound of goats being slaughtered, I think. So you need a beta invite to play the game? You do at the moment, Mr. Fester. They decided to do it in closed beta. For what reason? I don't really know. Maybe so they had a bit more control on the testing? I honestly don't know. But maybe they'll open it up in closed beta before it gets full release. Maybe it's just the final stages of testing. I honestly don't know. What they are doing, though, is adding a few more challenges and other game modes still. I think there's one called the Temple of the Sun appeared. I'm so tempted to send off a little hunting party after these guys, but when you see the amount of meat we've got, it's just... We've got more cured meat than we have population, so it's going to waste, I'm sure. I should trade that. Anyway. That has definitely sorted our goat problem out. Where are we? Let's just let them build that for a bit. Okay, can I build a bear attack? Where? Oh, they got him. Must have been a weak, tired, desperate bear, I guess. Actually, we've got enough knowledge now to progress to masonry. Yeah, we'll go masonry. Then we can use some of that stone we've been hoarding. Still in spring. We've got all that done, which is awesome. Let's do a wall then. Gonna build as a wall, folks. If I can find a good way of lining this up. Will it go straight across there? Not quite. Let's do that and then put another one in. Like that. There we go. It is quite intelligent the way it joins and links things up most of the time. And then I guess that's gonna be in the wrong place, so let's recycle that and then build a fresh one. We can. Get it. I just want it so it looks just right. I get the right option here. Ah! It's the wrong one. I want... Come on, Mark. Focus. You can do this. No. I want it not quite there either. It ain't gonna do it, is it? There. That's... There. It's because it's... never mind. We'll get this thing recycled first and then build it. The Great Wall of Potato Hill. I like that. I do like that. Hey, Ragnus. How are you doing? Can you put a door? Yeah, we've got a door. We've got a gate on here, which we can close. We can close all the gates all at once. Not a lot of use when we don't have a wall around it, but we can close them individually. The most useful, I mean, you can do it when you're getting attacked, of course, but it's most useful when you suddenly get a wild herd of something you can eat come running through the town, and you lock them in with the gates so your people can hunt them down quite easily. Seems a bit unusual getting wild herds running through the settlement, but it is quite possible. There's a poor old limping ibex. Hey, Echo Alaski, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, so as you can see, the goat slaughter brought in a ton of meat and a ton of leather, which we're not using at the moment. Wow, they got that taken down fast, look. Right. What's that supposed to be there? Oh, right, okay, so they have actually positioned that. You'll just have to use your imagination, folks. Imagine that that gate there is just angled a little bit more to it. The game doesn't, unfortunately, let you angle them. I think it gives you 4, or maybe it's 6 preset angles, which are a bit like sides of a hexagon, I suppose. It didn't quite fit where I wanted it to, but it does the job. Use a gate and no walls. People will not rob such a house. It's a bit like the Microsoft inbuilt firewall, isn't it? There you go. That's the Microsoft firewall right there. That's what it does. That's how it keeps people out. As long as they come directly up the path, they won't get through. It's quite a good analogy, that. Let's open that back up. Let's speed this up as well. So masonry's good. Raiders don't often attack walls unless they can't get through any other way. So I won't replace the wooden walls until we've got everything else shifted. It's coming up to summer. There's not a whole lot happens in summer. We harvest the pulses, which is easy to do. I don't need to send hunting parties out. So I guess we can just get on. Someone's put a pear tree on the processional path up to Stonehenge. The damn cheek of it. In fact, what we will do is get these cut down up here, because I have another plan. Going up here. Let's get that chopped down. Bit of timber, always useful. Hey Ragnus, you built a new PC. Oh, you told me about that, didn't you? Yeah. Only things left are the issue with running both monitors at the same time. The other issue is what microphone to get. I misread that. I think I misread that anyway. But what microphone to get? I can tell you all about microphones. What do you want to use it for? Is it YouTube, Twitch? Is it just recording? Is it just voice comms to talk to your friends when you're playing multiplayer games? Slaughter the cow. Oh, what's that up there? It's a deer. Yeah, we don't need to hunt. I've progressed to a totally agrarian economy now. We've got cattle, we've got grain. We don't need to go off hunting. I mean, the domestic animals are keeping us in leather, as well as meat and everything else. So leather's one of the key things. That's normally where you have to go hunting for. Leather's required for upgrading so much stuff. Here we go, autumn. Time to harvest the crops. We'll just let them do that. Need an antivirus too. Well, I mean, antivirus-wise, Avira is quite good. Avast is alright. Actually, the Windows Defender one is okay, but most important and probably more useful than antivirus to anyone is a good anti-malware program, and I would recommend Malwarebytes, which is free. They do a paid-for version as well. The paid-for version gives you real-time protection, and the free one gives you the ability just to clean up or scan periodically. All it does, it doesn't keep stuff off, but it gets rid of it really effectively once it's got on. So I just recommend the free one, use that in conjunction with Windows Defender. Because the biggest risk these days is not the traditional sort of virus, it's malware. And most antiviruses give you no protection against malware whatsoever. So they're certainly not worth paying for. What should we take? Wood. Well, it's cheap. We can trade some of that grain. Actually, the wood will be useful. We'll take a bow, and we'll take the tin ore, because that will come in handy. So, that bow's worth a lot. We'll soon have advanced bows. But we're going to trade a load of grain, because I've got so much. Or I could trade the old rubbishy flint picks and things. I've got bone spears. Let's get rid of the trash stuff that nobody wants anymore. Now that I've got nice bronze tools. Yeah, go on, let's get rid of bone harpoons. Got fishing rods coming in now. Yeah, when I've got all these flint sickles, let's get rid of a job lot of those. There we go.